We've all thought about faking our own deaths, haven't we? When people in South Korea do it, it's called spiritual healing. But when I do it, it's called defrauding the government or trying to get out of a party. I travelled to Seoul to learn the difference. Life in South Korea is extreme. They study hard, they work late, they all run around repeating pally pally, which basically just means hurry, hurry. South Korea's official work week automatically includes 12 hours of overtime. Sure, this intensity has made the country super rich, but it's also made them super depressed. Turns out that South Korea has one of the highest suicide rates in the world. Their rank? Number 4. Guyana just edged them out of the top 3. So apparently there are still some areas where Koreans can work harder. But these workaholics aren't sitting around doing nothing. In some cases, they're taking extreme measures to do something about it.
호흡은 이제 숨이 멈춥니다. 당신은 이제 죽었습니다.
That's right. People are trying to experience death to help them appreciate life. So I flew to South Korea to check out this happy dying ceremony and speak to cultural commentator Seung-Yeon to learn more about it. What is the thing about Western society that most surprises Koreans?
I mean, how much they care about their feelings.
And you guys don't?
We're not going to talk about it that much, and that's part of...
Is that why you're all killing yourselves?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You know what I mean? There's a suicide problem, right?
Yeah, in Korea, the suicide rates are very high. Like, nobody understands why.
I've just figured it out for you. It's because none of you talk about your feelings.
Well, that's part of the picture. The moment you're born, there are specific benchmarks that you have to achieve by the time you're 5, time you're 15, time you're 25, time you're 35. And there's so much social consensus that this is the right way to live. If you miss one of those, it's very hard to justify yourself that you're just different.
I feel like society sort of does that with the internet, like just constantly comparing yourself to others. It makes you miserable.
And in Korea...
That's why morons are so happy. And like the internet, this is a global issue. In the US, suicide rates have risen dramatically, except for in Nevada, where they've actually decreased. I'm not saying it's because of prostitution, but I'm also not saying it's because of prostitution. Do people ever see therapists?
Yeah, but you're not going to advertise it.
So therapy is taboo, but getting in a coffin isn't.
No, but if you go to therapy, it's like admitting to everybody that there's something wrong with you.
This is admitting that there's something wrong. Antidepressants, are people on them?
There is a huge taboo about mind-altering drugs. You're supposed to be able to control your mind.
I don't even know if I'm here.
Yeah, I kind of felt that.
There's a good chance that I'm in a mental home just rocking back and forth, going, ha ha ha. Tell us about the building we're in and what they do.
This is called a healing center, but you're not actually here to just heal, you're actually here to die. The idea of spiritual healing is that you cannot just rationalize everything about life. What you need to do is to get a near-death experience.
But how is this a near-death experience? It's just being in a box.
A lot of people come here because they do have suicidal urges. And then when they get in the coffin and they experience the fear of death, they're like, no, I'm not gonna do it.
And what do they actually do? How do you look death in the eye?
You go through your own funeral, step by step. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna get your photo taken, because in Korean funerals, your last photo is very important. And then you write up your will, and then you're gonna get in the coffin and they're gonna shut the coffin.
I write up my will.
Yeah.
I'm just going to give everything to my son. I'm going to give Forrest like a pinball machine. Scott, you can have one Rolex. Andrew, I've been sleeping with your wife. It does. I do feel healed. It's very good.
I think you really need to try this.
I was skeptical, but I've suffered with depression at times in my life. And this funeral idea seems pretty effective, but self-reflection isn't really my thing. I'm off the TV, which means I only thrive when receiving a certain amount of external praise. Yes, just like sunlight on a houseplant, people saying how amazing I am really perks me up. I've written my will, I'm ready to go. All that's left now is for Forrest to say some nice words.
Why do you get to keep your clothes on?
They didn't tell us to take our clothes off.
All right, friends, fans, and Jim's assistant, Jack.
Thanks for coming, Jack.
We're gathered here today to celebrate the life and art of the great Jim Jefferies. To understand this comedic master, you must start at the very beginning. Immense talent was clear from a remarkably
Young age. Feelings, Forrest. Immense talent was clear from a remarkably young age that Jim was different from the other kids. No one understood his genius.
You know what? We're just going to play the video that Jack put together.
Oh, a video.
Hey Jim, it's your assistant Jack.
Yeah, he knows who you are, idiot. Just intro the video.
To celebrate your life, I got the top author and therapist in Hollywood to share some advice.
Hello, Jim. This is Gary Busey, your new friend. The word death, D-E-A-T-H, stands for don't expect a tragedy here. Now, my favorite copy is Mr. George Carlin.
Is Jim one of your favorite comedians?
No, I've never seen him work.
Hurtful.
But I want you to know something. If anything happens to you that takes you to the other side without warning, I will take care of your family. But I want to get with you when you get back here. I'm going to show you how to teach hummingbirds how to fly in formation. You need to get a fine little fishing line and tie it to their feet. It's like going to a prom with nothing but kitties, little cats. They lick each other, they have litter boxes, they groom. You ever been to a prom like that? And in a kitty cat prom, there are no virgins.
Look, I had a very positive experience in that box, but if you're going to do it, take my advice, bring your phone and some Kleenex. I didn't reflect at all.